Yeah.
Oh, hi, these are my babies.
Do you want a tour?
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Perry. Hope you all are having a wonderful day today. So a couple of months ago, I did a mini exhibition at my school. It was for my IB exam, and I never really talked about it. I just kind of posted about it, but I never really gave you guys an explanation about it. So I figured today's the day. So without further ado, let's jump into this. My work covers a wide range of ideas and concepts that at first make absolutely no sense together since they all seem to be extremely different. However, the more I delved into my art, I realized a story was emerging, and not just any story, but rather my story. It was a reflection of my emotions throughout high school, specifically my coming out. Being raised in a conservative Catholic household, I was in denial and refusal of the truth. I subconsciously painted these fears, allowing myself to express and discover my own sexuality through my art. While there are hints to other themes such as social media presence, religion, and materialism, the overarching theme has to deal with my sexuality. The majority of the pieces are completed with oil paints on canvas, with the exception of photography and colored pencils. These paintings are presented in a narrative order rather than a chronological order, so that way they make more sense of the whole situation. This way, the viewer feels as though they are following me through my own journey of self-discovery. They are also encouraged to listen to the Spotify playlist I created entitled Perry's Gallery. Each painting is given a specific song that best reflects the tone of each piece. I begin my exhibition with the piece entitled Oblivion. It is an oil painting depicting a girl staring into a chaotic, fiery, spacey scene. As viewers walk in, I wanted them to be interrupted by the collision of bold colors so they feel a bit uneasy but still calm. This piece is meant to represent the beginning of a journey as I look out into the abyss and search for answers. The bold and harsh colors frighten me, for I don't know what's to come. Also, if the viewer looks closely, they will be able to see demons and other sorts of creatures hidden as a way to represent the connection I have made with homosexuality and hell. Also, pay close attention to the colors. They will be brought back later on. Then there is the piece entitled Religion. This is the first man of series that will be brought up later on. The viewer should continue to feel uneasy as they see a man with no eyes stare back at them, similar to how frightened I felt when I saw other gay men. I was uncertain why I refused to paint his eyes, but then it hit me. The eyes are the window to the soul, so therefore if he has no eyes, he has no soul. In other words, gay people are soulless. By now you must think I'm crazy for having these thoughts embedded in me, but I never said I was a normal child. These are thoughts that I've held for a long time. From here, we go underwater, with an oil-on-wood self-portrait entitled Riptide. It is inspired by Monet's Water Lilies. Here, the viewers see me gasping for air and begin to feel sorrow for me since I'm constantly drowning out my thoughts. I am suffocating, unable to think. However, the water is also meant to represent a symbol of rebirth, so you'll soon notice a slight change. The photograph Nevaeh is a surrealism piece of a young girl floating, representing my fear of losing control and letting things happen. She is floating carefree, emerging from the water that we just saw. Also, the title Nevaeh is a play on words. It is heaven backwards, meaning that the thoughts I hold are contrary to heaven. Again, this is a continuation of my Catholic guilt, a constant motif. Then there is Metamorphosis. This is another man from my series, and in this piece, the viewer should still feel the same fear, except they'll notice that it is slightly different and less frightening. From here, the man is seen as more realistic and more human-like, rather than the first man, who kind of looked like a Ken doll. Then, the first set of lovers are depicted in the color pencil drawing entitled Confuzzled. Here, the distorted images make it hard for the viewer to distinguish what is happening, which serves as a symbol of me thinking about my sexuality, but still having that self-denial and refusal to piece together the images. I already know the truth, but I still choose to scramble it as a way to hide it and put it to the side. From this is another Impressionist-inspired painting called Maturity. It is of a boy's face melting on an ice cream cone. This is the last man of my series. The audience is able to notice maturity as I am letting these fears melt away. The colors are more vivid and colorful, as I am beginning to let my true colors shine. Also, there is a cherry on his head, and while the term popping cherries mainly refers to women, I decided to include it for its sexual connotation. Inspired by the self-portraits from Frida Kahlo, the oil painting entitled Damage gives a magical, almost dreamlike effect for the viewers as a way to demonstrate the feeling of coming out. It felt as if I had gone through some intense adventure and had to kill in order to come out. What did I have to kill, you may ask? Easy, my former self. Unperfect Lovers is a triptych painting inspired by Felix Gonzalez Torres. It depicts two gay lovers on drums as a way to show their hearts beating to the same rhythm. However, one of them has slashes on him caused by society's refusal to accept their love. They are hurt, but they refuse to give up as they reunite as one in the last drum hit. Here we see two princes and their hearts continue to beat at the same rhythm. Another set of lovers are shown in the painting, Waterfall, but this time there is no slashes or distance between them since I have accepted my sexuality. The viewers can see the shift from panic in the first water scene to a more calm and peaceful tone in this piece. Finally, to tie it all together, I have another oil painting entitled World Alone. The color palette is a synesthesia-inspired color palette of the song World Alone by Lorde. The song is about living your life without giving a fuck about what society says or thinks, and that is exactly what this piece is about. His eyes are staring at the viewer, but he does not seem to care about them as he takes a bite of his cherries. Also, do you remember the fiery sky shown in the first painting? Well, it is now replaced with the blue sky, marking the end of my adolescence and beginning of my adulthood. Thank you for watching. I love you and stay peachy. Oh, look at it. That's you right there. That's you.
That took a lot of pain
Yeah.
and suffering.
Oh, this is my exhibition. I hope y'all enjoy this little video. I'm very proud of myself.
Why am I always in your video
Because
somehow?
you just are. If you like this, hit that like, subscribe button, and stay peachy.